In NUS, I was a student, and after that I was very lucky to be involved in a number of productions with her, all very, very unusual. I remember one of them was a musical that involved a love affair between a lion and a fish that led to the birth of the merlion. Yes, I kid you not. And another one that involved dustbins, and a production that involved hospital equipment. I mean, every one of those productions was amazing. Thank you very much for the honor of standing here and talking about Loretta's book. I read it and I loved it, I must say. And reading the book reminded me of a story that I had read a long time ago. So I thought I'd share that story with all of you. Now, this story involves a young man. When he was young, he became enamored of the art of wood cutting. And he loved it so much that he wanted to be the best at it. And so he practiced cutting wood every hour of the day. Until finally, he became really, really good at it and just wanted a chance to show the world that he was the best woodcutter in the world. And luckily for him, a competition came along, a nationwide competition of cutting wood. So of course he enrolled in it immediately. The day of the competition came along and he was told that he would be given a certain number of hours and an acre of land full of trees, and he would have to cut them down, and the winner would be the one who has chopped down the most number of logs of wood. I know, this story is very environmentally unfriendly. So anyway, there he was, getting all ready, and the moment the bell rang, he started chopping down the trees. And as he was chopping down, he was a little bit kiasu, a little bit of a busybody. He looked round, and in the adjoining acre, he saw a middle-aged man who was also a competitor. And what he noticed was, this man, after chopping for a little while, would sit down and do nothing. So our young man said to himself, oh gosh, how could he be taking a break? This is a competition, for crying out loud. If you snooze, you lose. So he kept on chopping down the trees and occasionally glancing over, and quite a lot of times he noticed that middle-aged man sitting down instead of cutting the trees. Finally, the ringer came along and rang the bell, time's up, and the counter came along to count the number of logs that each one had chopped down. And the time arrived for the name of the winner to be announced. The winner was not our young man. And when he craned his neck to see who the winner was, oh my goodness, it was that middle-aged man in the adjoining acre, the one who had been taking a break all the time. So our young man rushed to the judges and said, excuse me, I think there has been a mistake. I demand a recount. The judges, being very reasonable and honest people, said, okay, fine. So the counter, muttering under his breath, these silly little idiots that we count all over again, went and counted all the logs, and soon it was proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that the winner was that middle-aged man. So our young man was just eaten up, not with jealousy, but with curiosity. How did he win? It's impossible. So he looked out and waited for a moment when the winner was not surrounded by people congratulating him, went up to him and said, sir, I just have to know. I kept looking in your direction and I noticed that you were taking a break a lot of times. How did you manage to chop down more wood than all of us? The winner looked at the young man in amazement and said, young man, I wasn't taking a break. I was sharpening my axe. And ladies and gentlemen, there have been times when it seemed as though Loretta was taking a break. As though she wasn't around, as though, she wasn't really doing anything. But I suggest to you that she was not taking a break. She was in fact sharpening her axe. And that is why she has always been able to return gloriously. Welcome back, Loretta, and I thank you all.
So I thought I'll take this chance to deliver Loretta a eulogy, only because Loretta is not conventional and I think we can't do things the normal way with her. And I thought it's very fitting to do a eulogy now, because I think by completing this book she has closed a very important chapter in her life. And her close friends know that this is a life of tears, joy, betrayal, suspense, glamour and drama. I've known her for 16 years. We met during our first theatre production together, which we rehearsed and performed for 3 months. And we got a paycheck that couldn't even pay for a meal here. But yet we're very happy. because it was our first time. My first impressions of her can be summarized in 3 words: genuine, passionate, and real. Those impressions never changed. Loretta never changed. I could go on and on about our friendship, but because I only have a few minutes, I will leave everyone with 3 unknown facts about Loretta. Fact number 1. Loretta is hopeless with technology.
I know.
This woman on top has a PhD and traveled around the world. But God knows how many times I have spent trying to salvage her phone and her laptop. Over the course of our friendship, we have taken countless photos, but they have never surfaced. Why? Because she doesn't know how to transfer the photos from the camera to the laptop.
So real.
It also took me days and days to explain to her about Facebook and Instagram, and it took, I think, weeks to explain to her the use of hashtag or what a hashtag was. So I read the book, the last chapter, there's a hashtag. I'm taking credit for that. But this is what Loretta is real. She doesn't rely on technology to keep in touch. She meets you in person and she spends hours with you. There is no concept of friends in the dictionary. There is only family. Fact number 2. Loretta is a true blue neighborhood girl. While she graces events with decorum and flair, or appears in magazines in her Chanel and whatnot, she's always stayed grounded and true to her roots. Not many people know this, but we have our regular meetings in Bohemian. Fact number 3, Loretta is the daughter that every parent wishes for. Despite her busy and exciting life, she would without fail make it a point to buy dinner for her mom, who has difficulty moving about. She chose to live with them so she could care for them, and I have nothing but admiration for her responsibility and spirit. I'd like to end this by thanking Loretta for being a friend, a mentor, a student, and a sister. Thank you for always being there for me, and thank you for trusting in me during your darkest hours. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Well, Eugene has a eulogy, so me, Magdalene, I have a magnificat for our magnificent Loretta. So I first met Loretta about 10 years ago when I was doing my very first theatre production. Yes, it was my virgin production. And Loretta was our director for 24 Pioneers. And mind you, it was a Mandarin production. So having a Channel 8 heartthrob brother, Chen Zhitai, didn't really help her cause because she was like, 你是这个那个 but it's okay, we knew what she was talking about. We had to do a lot of translation, but we had lots of fun because Loretta knew what she wanted. As a director, she always knew what she wanted. She has a very clear vision, but yet at the same time, she was very flexible and spontaneous to us actors, because she would take on board whatever ideas we had, however crazy they were. And my favorite moments of her during rehearsal was when she would be watching and she would go like, ah! And she would like clap and she would giggle because she was really happy with something that she saw. And I think that is really Loretta at her best. She is creative, she's bold, she does what no one else dares to do. And you can tell from the book that she wrote, from a 251 to Vagina Monologues, she goes where no one else dares to go, and that is something that I really, really admire in her. Well, as a friend, my most vivid memory of her as a friend was when one day we decided on a weekday afternoon to go sun tanning in Sentosa. I don't know if you still remember. But so we decided to go sun tanning in Sentosa. And so we were lying there on the beach, on the deck chairs, and drinking mojitos. And so we started talking, and she started telling me her life story and all her deepest, darkest secrets, which now is public because it's in the book. But at that time, when I heard the story, I thought, wow, this is more drama than Channel 8 drama. This is more drama than the dramas that she directs. I just cannot imagine someone who has been through so much, but yet has emerged so strong and so resilient. And I think it's really an inspiration because she always learns from her past. And she's willing to admit her mistakes and learn from it. And I see that also in the book, mistake number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's equal some more? Okay. And I think that's what makes Loretta. She doesn't just wallow, but she moves on stronger than she was before, even from her failures and her difficulties. Well, that was 10 years ago, and 10 years later, she has been through even more tears and financial difficulties and whatnot. But I'm so proud and happy to see her still pursuing her passion, still doing what she loves. And today, being able to publish this book, I am just so happy for you, Loretta. And I'm sure you will all enjoy it. And I recommend that you read the book while lying on the beach and enjoying a mojito in your hand, because when you're doing that, you will find a good friend and you will find inspiration for your soul. Congratulations, Loretta.
I'm always the director, right? So I thought I would not meet until later, but already I am. So. Is this too short? Is it okay? Okay. Oh, it is really short. So can I get you guys to come closer then? I think it is really short. Can I get everybody to come closer? Because I'm bearing my soul to you, so you might as well come closer to me. Okay, so... Oh, did I screw up everything?
No, you did it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I get everybody to come closer, please? Thank you. Because I'm usually very loud, so today I'm going to try and do something different and not be so loud.
Very hard.
Very difficult.
Very hard.
And it's also the first time I'm not rehearsing an event, which is very difficult for me because I'm a control freak and I have to rehearse everything right now to a breath, as my actors will know.
Yeah.
So today is the Jeremy Lee show and then all of you, so take it over. Go for it. You're going to ask me questions.
I'm going to ask you questions, but before that, you know what you mentioned about being the director?
Come on around, everybody. I kind of want to see everybody's faces. I like to have a conversation. So
Yeah, just come over, guys. So if you can't see what's happening, just come over here. The drinks can wait. The check can wait. No worries.
I want
Just
to
come
see
over
you
here.
like. Okay, come here.
So back to what you're talking about, being the other director. So yesterday she managed to say, Jeremy, it's going to be your show. Send it away, plan it the way you want to. And then suddenly at 12 midnight, she sent me a freaking long WhatsApp message, right? So Jeremy, I know I've told you that this is your show, but this is what I would like you to do. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, all the way down to the last detail. Okay, so Loretta really hasn't changed, but my show, sure. My show, your rules, right? But it's okay, it's good. Like what I said, I'm just really happy to be here. It's really meaningful for me. Some of you have known me for a long time, some of you have known me for not so long. You've known me since my days in uni. Loretta really was the first person who brought me into acting, into hosting. And I must say, thank you for coming closer. I just feel much more connected now. And I think a lot of what I am today really, is the work of Loretta, and I'm just really glad to be here, alright? So, I'm going to tell you, when she sent me the book, I read it. Is it okay to just quickly share?
Please, okay.
I finished the book in one sitting, and I think when I read the book, the first thing that came to my mind was, I thought it was just very liberating. I think more so because I know you as a friend, as a mentor, as somebody who's taught me all this, but I think more importantly, you read about somebody who has gone through life, ups and downs, valleys, struggles, gone through this really dark periods of life, and then you come out of it saying that it's okay, let's move on. Life goes on. I know we've had great stories like that. We've read stories about people who have done it, climbed the mountain, up to the moon. But when you read it from the person who is sitting next to you, when you read about it from the person who's a Singaporean, from the person who who's a phone call away, I think that brings a different perspective to it. That brings a different like, hey, this is a fellow Singaporean, a friend who has done it. If she herself can do it, why not you, you know? And I found a lot of courage from that. I think all of us have different difficult circumstances in our life, and myself, I found a lot of courage from that. And you, of all people, will know. So anyway, let's really get on, Loretta.
Okay, yes.
Question.
Okay, come. Get me talking so I'll stop crying. Come on.
Okay,
Yes.
everybody, I'm going to talk to Loretta.
Okay,
Okay,
go
Loretta.
chit-chat, then listen to me lah. Hey, don't like that. Later, read the book and then chit-chat. Come, listen to me.
Okay, so this is like standing the book, ah?
Ellen Chu, don't link Chu. Come, stand here.
Lin Chu, Lin
Ellen
Chu.
Chu. Don't call me Lin Chu. Come, stand
Depends on the
here.
time, ah.
Ellen Chu and Georgina Chang. You all Georgina Chang and Ellen Chu, don't chit-chat. Come, listen to me. Come. These radio people can't stop talking. Okay.
Lin Chu, Lin Chu, Lin Chu. Yeah, I know you, Lin Chu, yo. Lin Chu, Ting Rai, Ting Rai. Okay.
Okay.
So my first question to you really is this, Loretta. Why this book? Why this book at this stage of your life?
Why? Okay, all this is really not rehearsed, okay? Why this book? Because when I was 24, and when I was really down, and I was a voracious reader, I was always a voracious reader. I don't look like it, I didn't know. But I was a voracious reader, and I couldn't find a book to read. Panting, books Kilo Kiniga, you guys listening? At 24, I couldn't find a book to read that I could relate to, because I'd gone through something incredibly difficult, and there was nothing out there for me that I could relate to. So I wrote this book for my 24-year-old self, and for anybody that wants a jolt of inspiration when they were down and feeling very low.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, why do you say that there was nothing that you could find? I mean, lots of books out there. What do you mean nothing you could find?
Well, keep this a bit more lighthearted, okay? So basically, because I think, like being a Singaporean girl caught in extraordinary circumstances, I couldn't find any Asian writers. I mean, there was Amy Khan, there was Essen Hong Kingston, there are a lot of Asian writers, but they wrote from very Asian American perspectives, or they wrote from Canadian perspectives, perspective of diaspora. And there wasn't anything quite local. Like I think a lot of local girls, have like Thomas is some SPG thing or whatever, which I really identify with. But I think it was also, locally, a lot of our books were about how to make the first million, how I'm going to not be poor, how I'm going to achieve the next big thing. And I think when I was 24 and very broken, I wanted something or somebody that I could identify with, and I was kind of alone. So I told myself that if I ever came to a point where I could write, I would want to, because I think there must be someone out there that is feeling down at some point, and it might just need a little spirit of aloha or inspiration. So, and the only books I could turn to was, I watched a lot of Ellen DeGeneres, I watched a lot of Oprah Winfrey, so I was turning to the Oprah Winfrey book, reading the Oprah Winfrey books, And the one book that I found inspiration from is Kay Redfield Jameson's Night Falls Fast, which explained about the psyche of somebody that's just witnessed suicide, etc. And that became like a little Bible for a while. And I realized, again, I'm plugging Penzin, Books Kilo Korea, and all the good people, and Marshall I finished. I realized the power of words. That words have the power to impact you in such profound ways, because words affect your thought affect your action. I think so. That was why I realized that I love the power of the word, because it impacts and changes my mindset and my worldview.
Loretta, sometimes I ask you to talk now.
Oh, sorry.
Short.
Just one word answer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You take a long time.
Okay. Sorry.
I ask you one question.
Yeah. Okay. One word answer.
Not easy to
Sorry.
talk.
Sorry.
Wait. Question.
Okay. Next question. Yeah. Next question. Come.
Okay. Please keep the time.
Okay. Can.
Okay. You mentioned a lot about Dakke and Erke. Yeah. Okay. So can you just tell me how did they change you as a person? How did they keep you rooted? Are they here today?
Yes.
Okay. They're here today. Where are they?
Dakke, where are you?
Dakke, Ditolo.
Dakke, I can't see them. Dakke.
Beijing for Dakke and Erke. Please come to the reception counter. Thank you very much.
Can you
Wally. But
Oh, they're here.
Hey, come on, let's give a round of applause. Thank you.
Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Okay. Woo! Okay. How to one word answer? Okay, I try. Okay. Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So now they're getting flesh and blood.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how. I know you.
I think growing up with them, I always felt very loved because I almost never dated men because I thought, oh my god, how do I meet boyfriends to meet up to this kind of pattern? Like, they were good looking, they were smart, they were compassionate, they were funny. I said, I can't find a boy that measures up to all these people, and I think that probably was a big problem. I couldn't find men.
Hey, wait, Eileen, I'm very offended. Hello, Eileen, I'm very offended. I hear all the time you never take picture of me. You take picture of me. What's wrong with you? Walao, like that one more. I tell you, you might go that one.
She got selfie stick, okay? She got selfie stick.
So
It's the best selling item in 77 Street is a selfie stick.
Okay lah, be more handsome lah, understand lah, okay lah.
Okay, but really, I couldn't date any man because I thought, oh my god, my brothers were very good looking, they're very smart, they're very charismatic, they're very caring, very charming, and then I really like, and my father also, even like my father out. My mother was also very good looking and charming and charismatic. And I was like, oh my god, none of the boys I met in Singapore, sorry boys, couldn't match up to those standards, you know?
What you done to girls?
Yes, I think so. Seriously. Yeah. So I really looked up to them and I knew they always watched my back. Always.
And thanks for being a big part of our life. Can we give again once two gentlemen a big round of applause? Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. The book and really find out more about this, right? Just a couple more questions. I'm gonna go dive in, right? You wrote this whole chapter about G.
Yes, Grace.
About G, right? Grace, right? And the truth is, you never mentioned Grace in the book. So I'm going to refer to G. You call her Grace. It was really heart-wrenching. It was traumatic. I think not many of us, and I pray that you don't go through such an experience, but not many of us who have gone through a suicide in life, a suicide of a loved one, a partner. That how do you deal with that? You know, why do you want to write about it?
I wrote about it because a lot of our friends have committed suicide out of depression. A lot of our friends have committed suicide when they hear of bad news, whether of a financial crisis, or if they're ill, or if they have a failed marriage, or they have a bad business venture. The next thing you know, they're here today and they're gone tomorrow. And I think in an Asian culture, because we always have this concept of do your own housekeeping, stay safe. There's this whole taboo of talking about your pain and your feelings. And I think this has led to a lot of people just taking their own lives or doing a lot of things that are very detrimental to themselves and their family. And I wrote this because I battled with that when I was 24. And I don't know if my niece is here. My niece here? Is Isin here? Where's Isin? Where's Isin? Is she here? Can you bring her here?
Hello.
My niece is here. Where is she? Hello. Clueless, and she's chatting with her father. I stopped myself from doing this because I didn't want to leave a legacy for my family. I didn't want my niece to think that her aunt committed suicide. I didn't want my family to have to deal with the pain. I didn't want my niece to think, where is my aunt? Because I know I have an aunt in the US. And I kept myself happy and sane because of this girl over there, because she doesn't know it, but she kept me alive because I didn't want to do it for her. So now you know. Yeah. You can come and give me a hug, right? Hello. I wrote the book because I wanted to encourage people to find something you can hold on to and live for, because I think most times when you're down, you just want to take the fastest route out. And I say no, because there's so much to live for. I mean, look at all of you. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you so much. Please give yourself a big hand for being here. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Get up. Let's go. Okay, thank you. Alright. And of course, Sensi as well. Yes, and Sensi as well as my other nephews
said it was so liberating, right? Because here you are hearing how you went through this whole suicide thing, you know, all the thoughts that go through your mind, and how you managed to come out of that alive. You know, I think to be able to hear the story has got to change something inside of you. You know, and I think to a lot of people out there, the message really is life's really fantastic.
It is. It is
You know, life's
really
really
very
good.
fantastic. It is.
Yeah, and then sometimes all you will just look around you and you'll find people who love you so much.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay, last two questions, I promise. The last two questions,
okay.
we'll go get drunk and get sloshed, alright?
Yeah.
Last question, okay, I love your exchanges
Okay.
with the authorities on censorship. Okay, like other one, huh?
Okay.
Like how
Funny
you
one, funny one.
yeah, funny one, huh? And you had this whole censorship. Want to tell us a little bit more about that part of the whole censorship with was it 251? What's the general?
Because you know so many.
There's so many. Tell us one of the runs that you had, like, because I'm sure after this book you're going to have another run in, huh?
Oh
so
my
we're going to play
goodness.
with that.
I don't know if that's good. Kino Kuniga, Penzing, and Marshall, and NLB. They will be on sale. Okay, a funny story. Okay, a funny story. There was a scene, Cynthia Lee Ono, she plays Annabelle Chong. And in Annabelle Chong's story, she said that one of the seminal things that happened to her when she was younger was that she experimented with a doll. So I had to put that in the script because that kind of changed her, you see. So in the play, Annabelle Lee had to kiss Cheryl Miles. So then the authorities came excitedly to me and said, oh my god, you know, Loretta, is this two women kissing, is it considered lesbian? And I said, but what do you constitute as lesbian? And they said, well, tell me how many seconds are they kissing for? I said, well, how many seconds does it make it lesbian? And I said, I don't know how many seconds makes it lesbian kiss. So I said, well, if it's, so I was like, smart, I like that. Well, if it's 8 seconds that make it lesbian, okay, I do 7 seconds. Yeah, if 7 seconds make it lesbian, then it's 5 seconds now. So like, they couldn't have an answer for me. But I got one more anecdote. Vagina monologues. I designed together. Nikki, is she here? Nikki Lee, are you here? Nikki Lee. Hey, Nikki, can you all please give a big hand for Nikki? I'll tell you why later. She designed all my posters and everything as well. Okay, she also designed the cover together with Adi from Mushroom Cabinet. She also designed the cover of Woman of Job. Thank you so much. So anyway, funny story, true story. So I submitted a picture. It's of my student. The things I did my students do, right? I got her to pose with her legs outspread. And in the shape of because it's vagina monologue, so it's VM. So I got her to put her legs out like that, and then put her legs like that. So anyway, because she's wearing a G-string, I told her to use this. My photographer is male, so I told her that she has to, like, for modesty, you know, cover her G-string. So she covered her G-string and then took a photo. Obviously, I knew that the authorities would not be happy with a photo like that, but I pushed the boundaries anyway and submitted it. Now, I thought they would come back and say, Loretta, it is too lewd, like the girl's legs are outspread, you can see her little thing, you know, like, can you please change the cover? But I think, guys, our authorities are way more creative than you guys think, okay? Now, I have a filthy mind. I have a freaking filthy mind. And I didn't even think what I thought. Basically, they told me, so I said, okay, you know, I'll change the cover, but tell me the rationale why. Is it because the legs are too outspread or whatever? They said, no, it's because now, I got my girl to cover because of modesty, right? But they said, no, you need to change the cover because her finger there over her little toy looks as if she is pleasuring herself. She looks as if she's masturbating. And so we can't allow that on the cover. So he said, oh, legs outspread can, but if she looks as if she is masturbating and pleasuring herself, cannot. He said, yeah, cannot. So I was like, okay. So hence my vagina monologue posters, there's all these like fabulous flowers and all that, which you also see on my cover. But that was something that Nikki and I worked overnight on. But yes, thank you. So, yeah, this is quite creative. They are quite clever.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I know where this people retire eventually.
Yeah.
In the National Library. Alright, okay. Final question for the day, okay? And Loretta, and this shit on the heart, alright?
Sure.
You go through all of these struggles in your life, dark periods, and I think a lot of you agree with me, right? It's easy to say, come on, keep your head up, keep your chin up, you know, look at the bright side of life. It's easy to say when you're happy, but the hardest thing to do when you're down and out is to lift your head and say that everything's going to be fine. And we know that. How do How do you do that? How do you pull yourself through hard times?
Alright.
Lift up your hands here.
This is where I have to whip up my script. Okay, so, hey, Xiang, now is my stage.
Okay.
Alright, I know you guys are just here for the party. You're not really here for my book. Seriously. You guys are just here because it's freaking one ultimate. The drinks here are so expensive, so this is like free. You think I don't know, guys? I'm smart. Correct? If it's right, say, make some noise if I'm right. Okay. But anyway, so to answer your question, Jeremy, this is where I pull up my script. So this is the serious part. Hosted a lot of global summits. I'm actually fairly literate. And ministerial forums. I never cry under pressure. I never cry under pressure in public, ever. But today I have already, and I'm holding my script here. I don't like writing long speeches because I'm so random. But today I have to, so please bear with me. I've been to hundreds of places. I've led 1,000 lifetimes and things. I've lived 1 million experiences. And I've been labeled a jack of, well, I was going to say jackass, but a Jill of all trades. But I've only, in essence, done 3 things with my life. I've only worked with 3 things in my life, and it's my heart, my passion, and with people. And today is no different, because this wouldn't have been possible without some amazing people that have nurtured, supported, scolded me. Michael Chiang, are you here? Yeah? And fed me. Michael Chiang, are you here? Over the years. The list is really endless, but there's some people I have to thank today. So if you bear with me, I'm going to take about 5 minutes. First off, the good people at Marshall Cavendish, thank you. Violet, oh yeah, you can applaud, can applaud, please. I like applause. To Violet, Melvin, Stephanie, Adi, Tammy, Amanda, thank you for first believing that I have a story to tell, making sure that I complete this book on time. Thank you, and for never ever giving up on me, because God knows I'm so freaking arrogant, right? I keep pushing everything back. Pelin Xiao, where's Pelin Xiao? Hey! Pelin Xiao right here. Give her a hand. This woman writes faster than you can say namaste. And she set up the interviews that form the basis of the book that you hold today in your hands. If you don't hold the book, please buy one now. Thank you. This really wouldn't have been possible without her forming the structure, the logic of the book, because it's so hard to make sense of my life. And she put that all intact. And thank you for doing that all with your wits and chains. Very sexy. One Altitude. Where are the people from One Altitude? Ian, are you here? Ian! Okay, can you just give a big applause to the people of One Altitude? I don't know where you are, Ian, but you are a gem. I don't know if you know what you're in for, but thank you for saying yes without even knowing what this is about. He just said yes, okay, online, you do well, okay, can, sure, no problem. And that's it, that's Ian. Your entire team has been very generous and they sponsor their time and artistry and provide all this F&B, so eat and drink up is free. Just take some of it. Thank you, I'm very indebted to you. Thank you. Can you give them all these people a big round of applause, please? Thank you. My company and my family at VMSD, to Simin and Paul and Alexis, there is no way I can even remotely be the woman on top without all of you guys supporting me. And I know I'm stepping up to my boss. I don't know where he is now. Eric Chen. Mr. Eric Chen, where are you with my boss? He's gone upstairs for smoke, okay? I remain first and foremost always your little sister. Thank you everybody from the activation group, Lumia, VMSD. Oh, can you make some noise, all my colleagues? Thank you so much for supporting me. And remember, when I run off, I am not loafing, I'm sharpening my axe. Please. Juke Air, Juke Asia, Soup Spoon. My love affair with Bhutan started really with Mark. Jong-Yoon, where are you? Jong-Yoon. You're here, yeah. He told me about this wonderful place called Bhutan, and I sent him my CV, and one thing led to another, and I don't know how, but I ended up in Bhutan. And incredible friendship between the country and then myself and the people of Bhutan. So thank you, Joni Harrison. Joni, where are you? Joni Harrison, please stand up. Joni Harrison. I don't know where you are. Thank you. Thank you for sponsoring, and for Erwin Lian. I've never met this guy, but thank you for sponsoring the artwork book launch for Lucky Draw One. Yeah. Thank you very much. Later about Lucky Draw, okay? And I know you are also sitting for Lucky Draw One. Okay. Thank you, Joni Harrison. Thank you, Erwin Lian. Thank you, Soup Spoon. Again, this came through from Joni Harrison. I think it's all about paying it forward. I don't know these people from Soup Spoon, but they're just, sponsoring me stuff because of people they know. So thank you so much. Please visit Bhutan. It changed my life. And always drink soup. Okay, I think it's really good for the soul. To the media and book people, pending books, Kinokuniya, Marshall Cavendish, all you people who are here today. The media, thank you so much. Kirpal, I don't know if you're here, but thank you as well. Is he here? Kirpal is here, thank you. Dr. C isn't here, but I know he has his gold here to make sure that I'm thanking him. Thank you for being here. I know that I know J.K. Rowling. I know that I know Monica Lewinsky, even though I have a lot of stains on my dress. So I'm touched that you've taken time off to be here. I hope you will read the book and even if it's better just palm it off to someone else. Pass it on to somebody that you think they benefit from it. I know it's no New York Times bestseller, but I hope it will touch the heart of somebody who needs it that day. To all my friends, every single one of you, can you please give yourselves a big hand, please? Every single one of you, can I? There are more of you here, can I hear all of you guys give yourself a big hand? Thank you. You've all been collectively here for me for a million lifetimes. I can't possibly thank all of you, and there will be names that I will leave out, and I'm sorry. Jeremy Lee, thank you for hosting this. You are my student, my friend, my colleague, my client. We've come a long way. Thank you. Jonathan, you were also my student, and now you're a bona fide filmmaker. Your ingenuity, your creativity can only be matched by your generosity and your humility. Thank you for the video. I probably screwed it up again with the track, so I'm going to try and fix that later. Thank you so much for doing all my videos, taking me from Edinburgh to Toronto to Singapore and back again. Thank you. To Don Ho, Don, where are you? Don Ho, oi, listen. Not only do you have a beautiful voice and a beautiful face, but you have a beautiful heart and soul, except when you get bashed up by a drunken hooligan and appear on the cover of newspaper. But otherwise, you're always really beautiful. Eugene Ho, we've been friends since you're 14. Thank you for your belief, your trust, your friendship, your loyalty. Nanda, again, like Jeremy, thank you. You're my student, my colleague, now a friend. You're now a parent with a beautiful child. Congratulations and thank you for always being so generous and getting me out of trouble because now they know I'm sharpening my ass. Yeah. And to Matt, we've come a long way since your virgin performance with me. Ours is a very low maintenance friendship that has taken us from Singapore to Vancouver and back. Thank you and congratulations on being a new mom and still making time. Thank you. Nikki Lee, you say very little but you do so much for me. I don't know how you always manage to unravel the complex images in my head and put it on the page. Thank you so much. These are people that make today happen, okay? Thank you. And the people who supported me through my different lifetimes. To my dearest friend my longest friend of 30 years, Lena, I don't know if you're here, Lena Tan. Lena, are you here? Lena! My best friend of 30 years, thank you. When I went through my financial crisis, she was the first person to call me and she said, girl, are you okay? Because it's not you, so let me help you. I used to disdain all these corporate banker types, but she was always there for me. Michael Chung, who always likes to keep a low profile, so I will not point him out, but he's somewhere over in that vicinity. Thank you for always scolding me, feeding me, and always just being my anchor, and I always run to you whenever I need help. Thank you. And giving me lots of books to read. Thank you. Paul Wong, I don't know if you're here. Paul is here. Thank you so much for being again an unlikely friend. Thank you. My Xiaopingers, Yanni, Ellen, Eileen from CSK, Michael, who does my hair today, he didn't do it because I was very late. I don't know if you're here, Michael. From Kim Robinson, Samuel Xiao, I don't know if he's here. Okay, my wonderful team at Lush 99.5. They're so bloody loud, these people. Thank you. Everybody that I've worked and played with and interacted with in any way, shape, or form, thank you. Thank you. And finally, there's some people I really want to thank, I swear it's my last minute. To my Rock of Gibraltar, my family. Thank you for always loving me, especially when I fall. Words cannot express my depth of gratitude because I am truly nothing without you. So I don't know what to say, so that's it. Okay, thank you.